Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So today we're going to do a really fun resin vase project. Now normally you don't do something like this on a vase because it'll be pretty transparent, but we're going to do it in such a way that it's going to be gorgeous. And you probably noticed, I'll turn this, but I actually fogged the background just a little bit with some matte paint and primer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and I let that fully dry. I'm using 3 colors today. So I'm using this light Alumilite blue-green, and then I have Alumilite blue, ocean blue dye. And then here is a new color that I've never used before, which I'm really excited about. It's Color Obsession, and it is called Pink Gold Shimmer. I actually got this from Artist Till Death. So links for everything will be in the description. And I'm using Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat. So here we go. I'm going to start off with this light blue, and that's kind of going to be my primary color. So I'm going to go ahead and get the vase basically fully covered with a thin layer of that. And don't forget the bottom of your vase. And just keep in mind that this is going to end up being quite transparent, which is totally fine. So you can end up using it as a vase, or if you wanted to, you could do something like put fairy lights in there. Either way, it's going to be gorgeous. So you'll see, though you can see through that, it adds a little bit of color on there. And even just covering up that spray painted blue is really pretty. Make sure you get all the way to the top here. Make sure you get your bottom. All right, now that we've got a clear base there, basically, I'm gonna go ahead and take the colors one by one and start adding them on with my stick. And I'm kind of just going to do stripes. If you want stripes that are a little more diagonal, you can actually wait until your resin's cured a little bit more and then put the stripes on. But at this stage, they'll all come out horizontal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do this, and I'll speed this part up. And in between, feel free to use your torch or a heat gun to kind of heat that resin up and get it moving. That will blend your lines even more. So if you don't want blended lines, just gently heat it up. Now this pink is really pretty, but it's really just a shimmer. So I put it on there last. I didn't overload this with color. I want it to be transparent. I want to still be able to see some of that spray paint underneath, and it's just different layers here. If you want to, you can let this first layer dry and then come back and do yet another color layer, but I think I'm going to be happy with just this one. So one more thing I want to do is I'm going to spray this with isopropyl alcohol, and this is 91%. And not only will that get rid of the air bubbles, it'll actually change the design a little bit, kind of feathers it out. And this can be something you can do instead of using a torch or a heat gun to get rid of your air bubbles. Don't use too much though, and make sure it's 91%. So at this stage, we're just gonna let it rotate. That's all you have to do. It's a very simple project. I recommend leaving it on the turner all night long, ideally close to 24 hours, till you're positive that it's cured, because if it's partially cured and you go to take it off, you're gonna have issues. You can also always check the drips underneath to see if those are cured before touching your vase. But for the purposes of this video, we're gonna come back and check on this in just a little bit. Okay guys, so we're back. It's actually the next day. I was planning on coming back and just showing you how it looked in a few hours, but I thought I would just let you see it dry. So super beautiful. I don't know if you can tell how transparent it is. You can see my hand in there, but one thing I thought would be fun, and you can kind of see where there's the spray paint in the background, but I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and just stick some of the fairy lights in there so you can see if you wanted to make it into something with lights instead of a vase, how pretty that would look. See that? And you could just do, a whole bunch of those, and they could be kind of lanterns that you set outside. And there are ways you can kind of hide that white little battery pack. But anyways, there you go. Really pretty resin vase. Super, super simple. And just keep in mind too, like this is pretty blended, which is what resin does. But if you want to, you can let the resin cure for a little bit and then have more deliberate stripes on your vase. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.